Hello again. This is Rashida Silvertree here. Thank you so much for tuning into my space. If you haven't watched the video I just posted, this is kind of tying into the last one. And I wanted to kind of go into how to strengthen your intuition. All right? So don't share how you feel all the time. Just feel how you feel before sharing. I love the fact that this water energy is coming through. I love it when it rains and there's some thunder too. And it's coming down pretty hard. So I hope you'll be able to hear me. So, how to strengthen your intuition. A lot of people say meditate. A lot of people say, do spell work. A lot of people say, oh, intuition isn't real. You're just in your head about it. One thing I'm learning, to be quite honest with you, is listening to your body is probably one of the most profound practices you can ever include in your spiritual practice. Listening to your physical form. I'm having to do that currently with my current occupation at the moment, which I don't need to get into, but my body's telling me something. When your body is either overstimulated, exhausted, depressed, angry, it's a really good thing to say, okay, acknowledging the body and acknowledging the emotion and speaking it out loud. For example, yesterday when I was at my job, it's a very emotionally and physically demanding job. And, oh, I love it. I love it. I'm going to keep going. And I said out loud, I feel overstimulated. I was bringing my awareness to what my physical body was going through, because a lot of the time we like to numb ourselves. We numb ourselves through our devices. We numb ourselves through food. We numb ourselves through distractions, through caffeine. A lot of the time, for those of us who work in highly stressful environments, we'll to match that frequency of that stressful environment, we'll drink tons of caffeine to raise it so we're at the same pace as our environment. And that's not authentic. That's inauthentic. That's dangerous. That's hurtful to you. And then sometimes hurtful to others. So this isn't, a long spiel. I wanted to really add on to that. A lot of us are afraid to feel ourselves, but our bodies never lie. Really, a lot of the time, if you have a lot of body aches, your body is speaking to you. Oftentimes, we're trained to just numb it out with over-the-counter medicine. Numb it out with Tylenol, Advil, ibuprofen, all these pharmaceutical drugs. Or sometimes even with chamomile, our natural things that calm us. Lavender oil, okay? Yes, I'm speaking to my granola people out there, and my hippies, and my herbalists, which I love you all the way, okay? But a lot of the time we are very focused, we're very medical, self-medicate type of approach when it comes to feeling physical symptoms. Our bodies even learn how to deal with the symptoms. I deal with a lot of humans that are going through a lot of health crisis. And sometimes it gets to the point where the pain and the discomfort gets so bad that you can't ignore it, that you got to bring in specialists, you got to have surgery, they got to cut you open, they got to do all this and that and this and that. Allow yourself to feel, right? I burned my knuckle when I was lighting incense a couple of weeks ago. It hurt. It's still healing. Knuckle scrapes take a lot longer because the skin's so thin and sensitive in that spot. But you have to allow yourself to feel the physical ailment to learn your body. And once you learn your body, you develop heightened intuition. I am no master at this. I will say this though, I am a practitioner of Ashtanga. I'm an Ashtangi, and I'm reestablishing my relationship to my practice. I highly recommend it to those who have spinal conditions like myself. I have scoliosis. I got all kinds of little things. And one thing I will say, I studied Ashtanga for almost a year and a half out west in the desert with a wonderful teacher. And I'll say that was the first time, I think I was 26 at the time. And that was the first time in 26 years at that time that I actually learned how to feel with my body. Now I have certain heightened awareness of certain things when I'm dealing with people or dealing with an environment. It really helps. It's helped me, Ashtanga, the practice, to strengthen my discernment when dealing with other people. Because the more you study yourself, the more you can, studying others comes easy. It becomes easier. When you study your vortex, when you study your mind body, when you study the voice of your heart, when you study your physical form, your body, it really is something. I also want to add to you, sometimes, and this is where people get caught up with not trusting their heart. Because sometimes if you don't, the mind and the heart can play little tricks on you. You don't take enough time. Give yourself time. Give yourself patience with this practice. It takes years. I use several combinations of different things to learn about myself. That's the best I can offer you in this world of digital distractions, emotional distractions, mental distractions, distractions everywhere. But the heart can be quite deceiving, it may feel, you know. Another tool to deepen your intuition would be the practice of silent fasting. I started that practice back in 2018, late 2018. I don't do it very often as I would like because it does take up a lot of time. And the thing you have to sacrifice to learn how to feel more is time. Your time is valuable to you. No one else. Your time should be valuable to you. When someone says, I value your time, pay attention to that. Tune into that. Feel that out. Most people don't say that. And you know how you learn when someone values the energy that you bring? Through their actions. Actions speak truth. Our words are sound, the sound that comes out of our mouth. When we speak things into existence, it is very powerful. It's a vibration, it's music, it's mathematical. However, actions can tell a whole story, or lack thereof. So, there are many ways to strengthen your intuition. I've shared a few here, what works for me. Yes, meditation can strengthen the mind, but it's all about trust. And sometimes we go through things in life that break our trust with ourselves because we beat ourselves up. We're like, I thought I trusted myself with this situation. I trusted myself with this relationship or with this occupation or this job or this or that. And now it failed, and now it's my fault. I don't trust myself anymore. I gotta trust someone else. I gotta trust this energy reader. I gotta trust my boss. I have to trust my mom. I have to trust my lover. I have to trust my friends. No. You must trust you first. You must trust you first. Everyone else then will reflect the trust that you have within yourself back to you, or lack thereof. If you come off very flimsy and unsure and not confident in yourself, people will mirror that back to you and say, you go and you say, oh, I want a career change. Okay. They'll say, what career? You tell them, but you don't seem confident or sure about it. They're going to mirror that back to you. And it creates this toxic cycle in your energy vortex where you're unsure and you go back and forth and you waste your what's valuable? Time. So that's all I have to share right now. Man, I wanted to go walking in the nature, in the woods, but there's a time and space for all that. I don't know, I might just make another video. We'll see. Thank you so much for tuning into my space, my portal, my energy. May these messages find you well and whole. And always remember to expand your consciousness, evolve your human being, and embrace supreme love and guidance. Thank you. I'll see you soon.